Damian, big weekend ahead, the Harlequins away, one game of the scheduled season to go and plenty to play for today.
Yeah, it's been a long old season in some ways, but it's good to get to this kind of stage of the season and not have a season that's petering out, a season that in some ways is just taking off. So for us, it's a really big thing. It's a really big step forward for the club in terms of positions that we finished in the seasons before. So I think everyone, instead of kind of looking forward to summer holidays, everyone's kind of enjoying the fact that we were on to Harlequins and then trying to springboard ourselves into those semi-finals.
I was going to say it is new territory, but for all of you, it must be a great challenge to relish now.
Yeah, I think that the whole squad seems pretty energised by it, pretty excited. It's one of those stages that we haven't been on yet, and it's another good step in the right direction for us.
Obviously, Quins, from past experience, they're going to come out firing. They've got plenty to play for. It's Conor O'Shea's last game. It's not going to be easy.
No, I mean they're finalists of the Challenge Cup as well. So you remember they've obviously had a pretty successful season themselves, and they're also traditionally a tough team to play. In the conditions that we're expecting on the weekend as well. So that could be another kind of area for us to look out for. So I think no one's expecting any kind of easy game. We know full well that, how difficult it's going to be going down there and getting a result. And hopefully it's the kind of game that in many ways can prepare us for those semi-finals. It'll toughen it up a little bit.
And for you, it must be a case of catch-up. You've spent a bit of the season out through injury, so it's not been great.
It's been a bit stop-start. Yeah, I mean obviously we started off fairly well, and then it kind of went a bit downhill for those 12 weeks when I was stuck in the gym doing the physio rehab and stuff. And obviously back up and running a bit now, so it's a bit better to be out in the sunshine running around than it was sat in the gym, that's for certain.
I was going to say, talking to the lads that were in there with that rehab group with you, you got yourself through dark times together though, didn't you? It's never easy when you're on the sidelines.
From a selfish point of view, it was kind of lucky that there was a few of the boys injured at the same time. Obviously, as a player, you don't want to see the other guys going down with bumps and knocks and so forth, but it does make it a bit more interesting when you've got your mates in there with you. It meant we could have a bit of fun, etc. with stuff we did and do a few things as a group, so if anything it did help us along a little bit.
Rob talked about hitting a peak or getting towards peaking last week with the Wasp performance. You've got to really match that again this week now, haven't you?
Yeah, I think so. There's been a noticeable kind of step up in terms of training, in terms of the physicality and stuff the guys are putting in matches, etc. And I think that's obviously a symptom of the fact we're peaking at the right time. Obviously, if you're going to get to these kind of games in the season, you want to be peaking for them, so hopefully we're going in the right direction.